So I got a request that somebody wanted to see my ginger swatches compared, and I figured if there's any time of year to do it, it's now, so here we are. I'm going to be comparing the Platinum Blonde swatch for each dye. I also have mixes as well as dyes, so I think we're going to start by looking at the mixes since I have less of those. Then we'll look at the dyes on their own, and then we'll put all of the colors together and we can see all of it. So again, starting with the mixes, they happen to all be Arctic Fox, which is interesting. If I'm missing any, feel free to let me know and I will remember to put this in a future video because I'm sure I'll be doing this again once I get more in my collection. So I lined them up from most gold to most red. Now gold could probably translate to orange in this case, but for some reason to me the first mix just looks really gold, so I'm going to call it gold. And that mix is Space Cowgirl with Sunset Orange. The second can kind of go anywhere on here because as you can see at the top it's quite red and then in the bottom it's quite golden. It just depends on the ratio you use, and that is Arctic Fox's Ginger Spice Mix, which includes Purple AF, Sunset Orange, and Cosmic Sunshine. The third swatch is my Natural Red Mix. That is Poison, Phantom Green, and Periwinkle. But I will give a quick warning. I did try to make a mossy green for my hair one time using red and green together, and it turned out green on my hair, but then as it faded, it turned red. It was very interesting, so beware of how these might fade. Anyways, the fourth one is a swatch from when I was using the color wheel to mix browns essentially. So for this video I was doing blue and oranges with each other, and this swatch turned out pretty gingery, and it is Sunset Orange with Periwinkle. Of course I will link the videos down below too, so if you want to know like the ratios I used and whatnot, you can check those out. Next will be the individual swatches. So again, from gold to red, these ones lean a little bit more orange than they do gold, but the first one is Overtone in the color Ginger. The second one is Colorlux Copper. The third one, I was kind of going back and forth between 3 and 4, but we fell on this with Ginger Flare being the third and Good Day Young Toxicity as the fourth. Now to me the Ginger Flare does look a little bit more red, but at the same time because it's so pigmented next to the Toxicity that it almost also can look kind of orangey in comparison. I don't know. I think if Toxicity was more pigmented, it probably would look more orange. Number 5 is Manic Panic's Tiger's Eye. 6 is Lime Crime in the color Butterscotch. And then 7 is also Lime Crime, but in the color Caramel. So then I wanted to obviously combine them all together. So I decided to put Space Cowgirl Mix at the beginning. Then it's going to be the same lineup up through number 7, which was the Butterscotch. So between the Butterscotch and the Caramel, I put my Natural Red Mix. And then on the end, I put the Sunset Orange Periwinkle Mix. And then because the Ginger Spice Mix had such a good range to it, we could go from really golden to really red, I just put at the top from gold to red, so you can just kind of see the difference between all of those. Now when you see all these together, the Overtone Ginger and the Colorlux Copper look kind of out of place because they're so orange. I think the intention for those colors is to be done over more natural hair that's not a platinum blonde, and over that it will tend to usually look a little bit more gingery. But yeah, hopefully this helps. You can see the wide range of variation you can get with different reds and oranges to make gingers, and sometimes they can be more natural, sometimes they're a little less natural, just depending on what you like. Once again, I'm totally cool with doing another video like this in the future as more mixes and more colors enter my collection. If you have any requests to see something similar or, whatever, I do have a Google form below that you can use to request anything you'd like to see. Thank you so very, very much to my patrons, and thank you so very, very much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.